Good morning, everybody,
Good morning.
and welcome. We're glad to be here.
We're so glad you're back.
Yes, I'm glad to be back, and I had a wonderful time, visiting my mom and my family. So it was really great to get back to small town Ohio and spend some time and get to see some people. I got to wave at some, for everything, but it was so great to get back and had a great time and just it was really nice. It was a nice getaway.
Did you see I always think about your stamp set.
Oh yes.
The house,
yes.
Was it like
my house and the swing?
Like your stamp set, yeah.
Exactly.
I always think, how cool is that your stamp represents your childhood home, and then he got to go home to that. That's so cool.
And it was like, and this is typical Ohio, if some of you are familiar with it, is one day my mom, we sat out on the back porch. She has a double swing. We sat out there for maybe an hour and a half, and then the next day it snowed. So that's what happens in Ohio.
Really?
So
wow.
It was really good, but it was good and just had a great time.
That's so good. We missed you.
Yeah,
Sean did a great job.
He did.
So,
you guys,
yeah.
I clicked in a couple times to see and everything. So
yeah,
it
was nice. I mean, we were nervous because it was like, how is this going? But it ended up being a lot of fun.
Oh gosh,
we're glad that
you
were home and with your mom and your brother and
I got brother, sister,
niece.
Yep, got to see my niece and some old coworkers. So
yeah,
so it was really great.
I asked him how was the food.
Yeah, yes, and it was a challenge.
Yeah.
I grew up on meat and potatoes, and I'm not a big meat eater anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I managed to be full every night before I went to bed.
Well, that's important. That's important. So I'm thinking pickles and.
We had pickles
olives.
For sure, pickles and olives and cucumbers and all that. So there's a potato chip back there that you can't get. It's local. It's called 𝐒𝐿's potato chips, and they're just there's nothing like it. So
really,
so that's my go-to when I go back there. So
that sounds exciting.
Yeah, but it's so great to be back, and it's so great to be with everybody again today. And if you are a returning guest, once again, welcome. And if you are new to us, which we always have new guests that join us for our events, we want to welcome you. And just so you know, some of you are watching on Facebook, and some of you are watching on YouTube. And if you haven't already done so, we'd love for you to be part of our YouTube craft channel family. So just simply, you'll go to Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, and you will subscribe, and then down here in the corner there's a bell that you'll click on, and then you will get notified of all of our events that we have coming up, and we have a lot of them coming up. So yes, we have our next Mega Make and Take that'll be going on sale soon, and there'll be details coming out about that as well.
It's a good one. You're not going to want to miss it.
Yes, and we have an all about scrapbooking event coming up as well. So and you can find out all the information on all of these events if you go to our craftathomeevents.com, and our event calendar comes up, and you click on it, gives you all the details with all the great events that we have coming up.
And today is National Scrapbook Day.
Yes, I know, isn't that exciting?
So it's so exciting. Great. We're like at the perfect time, the perfect day.
May 1st.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I had to throw in that little NSYNC reference if you understand.
That's great. That's great. Well, and everything is coming up beautiful. We got spring coming up.
I know.
Cinco de Mayo's coming up.
Right. We're gonna have a fiesta.
I know.
But here in Southern California yesterday, right, Dave? It was like so hot.
It was. Here it was in 98, 99, I think. Yeah.
It was very, very. I actually turned on the air conditioning in the house, and because it was that hot. Usually you could wait till maybe June, the end of June, but it was a warm one. Today's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it's wonderful again today.
Let us know what the weather is where you're at. We'll be looking and seeing that, because it's a perfect day to be scrapbooking.
I know, it's National Scrapbook Day, and some people were able to get with friends now too, and some of you probably are still
I've seen a lot of friends going back to retreats.
Yeah.
And I'm really jealous.
I know.
I need a getaway. I need a scrapbook getaway. I really do. Don't you?
Yes. And you know what? we are so excited, everybody, because we are coming to Duluth in July.
Yes! Oh my goodness!
How about that?
Yay!
We are going to be there in person to have one of our great events in Duluth, July 16th and 17th.
Yes.
So we just announced it. We are putting together all the details. So you'll be getting more information as it comes. But we wanted to announce that we are able to come back to Duluth, and so we're so excited.
Yes,
so
it's like, oh my goodness,
yes.
to be in person, seeing you
Yeah.
all that have been with us through all this virtual.
And you know, our virtual events are still going on.
Yeah.
So, but gosh, you know, hey everybody, what a great trip that would be. You know, plan a trip with your friends and family.
True.
You know, if you can drive there, that'd be great. If you
That's
can fly,
true. Yeah.
I flew to Ohio, and you know, it was there wasn't a lot of change, you know, as far as the process of checking in and things like that. So
that's what I asked him. I was like, you have to tell me how the flight was and what it was like. You know, so that, I mean, you said it was pretty.
Yeah, it was very simple. The check-in at the counter was the same. You know, they had, you know, the social distancing on the floor to keep everybody safe through security, and then once you got in and everything, and so it was really good. So if you can, we'd love for you to join us in Duluth.
Yay!
And just
so exciting.
Yeah, so just keep checking back for details on that too. So we'll be excited, and we'll be announcing our themes for our crops, and you know, we're going to be.
People have been messaging me on because they're saying you need to give me a heads up. Do you have some insider information? And I'm like, I really don't. I'm so sorry. I don't really. They're like, it's just because I need to know, like, should I be, you know, still shopping at Walmart, or should I save my money for the shows? You know, and I'm just like, I would just say maybe save your money. You know, I don't know, but.
Yeah, and you know,
I don't know.
Yeah, our crew behind.
Not today.
No.
You want to spend today.
Right. yes.
There's some good things coming up. Yeah,
I know we have a great lineup
yeah, we
today.
do today.
Holy shebango, as I say.
But when I saw that, I was so excited.
Yes.
And this is the first time I'm seeing Dave, so I'm like, we're having a show in Duluth. We were so excited.
It is. It'll be good. But everybody behind the scenes is working on getting all the details, so that'll be coming soon. So. Just, you know, be patient, and you'll be getting all that great information on how things will work and everything. So.
Right.
But yeah, today, gosh, we have some great vendors that are going to be doing some demonstrations and then show you some great products. Gosh, you know, still coming out with great products.
Oh yes,
and
I'm telling you, there's just so many. You always think that and then something comes out and you're like. I do need that.
I bet we're going to be singing probably some spring, summer stuff.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm sure. So, and also just so everybody knows, Vickyville and I, we are live today, but our presenters, our vendors, they pre-record their presentations. But they are on, so you can talk with them through your computer to ask them questions. You know, just give them a hey, we love this. So they're there to answer any of your questions that you might have, and also this is the place where you are going to get some great specials too. So each of them has a great special that you're going to want to take advantage of. So today, being National Scrapbook Day, this is what you need to spend your money on today.
Absolutely. There's going to be some great stuff. My credit cards are ready.
Oh, no. Already. And Sean is with us, but he is at home. He's able to work the magic from his home today. So, but he is still with us.
But I miss him being here.
Yes, he's usually right over here. So. We need to get a cutout when he's at home working.
We definitely do.
But give a shout out to Sean too. Let him know. Just say, hey, Sean. And so I can. Gosh, you know, it was so strange missing. You know, when I wasn't here.
Yeah, I know. So. When you were leaving, I didn't realize you were going to miss a show, and so with that, you know, I was like, oh my gosh. He's not going to be here. Like, we haven't missed one.
No.
I think I might have missed one in the very beginning.
Oh, I think so. Maybe
just one, but yeah, that. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're back.
Yes. All right, everybody. Well, you guys enjoy, and we'll be back soon. Bye now.
Hey friends, it's Emma Lou with Heartfelt Creations. If you and I have not met, welcome. We're going to have a lot of fun learning how to create a beautiful one-of-a-kind card that will show you versatility of intricate dies, plus how you can add these itty-bitty blooms that are perfect for small cards to really large cards. Now, the card we're doing today is a little bit larger, right? But as we go through, I'm going to show you some samples of how this die was used on smaller cards, and this flower can be paired with smaller cards as well. So regardless of where you find yourself today, if you're that crafter that loves to create those beautiful one-of-a-kind cards the easy way, or if you're looking for something that's more like a card for a gift that you're wanting to give that has that really luxurious look and feel to it, this is for you. So today what we're going to start with is we're going to go through creating the card base first, and looking at the versatility of the die we're using, and then we'll end it with making these little flowers and showing you how you can quickly and easily bring it all together. Now, if this is your first time seeing anything that we've done here at Heartfelt Creations, you might be like, oh my goodness, this is beautiful, but I don't know if I could do this. Now, if that's you, if you follow these simple step-by-steps, you'll find yourself going from, I don't think I could, to like, oh my goodness, I can do this. I've trained thousands of people how to create beautiful one-of-a-kind flowers and cards the easy way. So join me and we'll have some fun learning how to create this. So using this die, you can see there's lots of versatility. You can do the small 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch cards if you want. You can do them in any direction. You can really use this die in many different ways. You can also use just one part with a decorative piece, add a different opening on the other side with an oval. Here's something that's even, using those small flowers, very extravagant. So say you're wanting to do a Mother's Day card, you want to do a gift for you. Mother's Day is right around the corner, so it's a great time to really go all out on that beautiful one-of-a-kind card, right? So to get started, we are using the Eyelet Royale die. This die is one of my favorites in how it comes together. What makes it unique is it has 6 pieces. So that means that you have lots of versatility in how you can combine it. Today we're using mostly this design, but there's also kind of like this eyelet design in it. Then there's different pieces that kind of interact and allow you to cut openings into cards. You can do like more of a see-through card front. You can do lots of fun things. But today we're going to be focusing on a larger card with a little bit more of what we call a luxe elegant look. Now, luxe cardstock that is gold really adds to the effect of a die like this. So we have a gold luxe cardstock. If you don't have it yet, you've got to try it. We'll add the links below, or you can look at the links in the description for any of the products that I'm using today. But basically, you can cut out 2 pieces of the same die, just layer them on. You can have a 6x6 card base. You could have it all the way down to an A2 card base. You would just use one side if you're doing an A2 size card. So just keep that in mind as you are watching this today. So as you're joining me, let me know where you're watching from and what you love about these live events with Scrapbook Expo. Scrapbook Expo is a phenomenal way to just really learn how to work with many different products from many different people. So pat yourself on the back for being here today. They have done a phenomenal job in bringing us these live online events throughout the year, which has been amazing. So I just love how their staff works so diligently behind the scenes to make it happen, that all of us can be together today, right? So with this, that's easy peasy, right? And then you get to decide what you want to add. Now, I wanted to add something a little bit more luxurious, take it kind of to the next level. So we took a circle. So you've got more of this square, and I feel like the circle really breaks it up. We've got multiple different circle options for you. So if you need circles, let us know, and we'll also pop that in the links in the comments and in the description. So once you're finished adding the circle, if you add the sentiment, there is a way, I don't know, this is just kind of a bonus technique, but if you have something that is like super detailed, sometimes if you cut out multiple pieces and you just layer them on top of each other, it adds a little bit of dimension. So instead of trying to use like foam dots or something, you might know this, but I think that's a fun little way to get some beautiful dimension very easily. And it still looks like, you know, you've got some dimension and you didn't have to spend a lot of time doing it. So that was just a quick little tip that I wanted to show you real quick if you feel like you wanted to add some dimension. And if you love tags, if you love accents, we have this tag die. It's called ornamental tags. This is where the A Gift For You comes in. This one has 11 pieces. This one actually coordinates with our paper pads too. There's shapes in our paper pads that this die will cut out. But another piece in here that I'm using today is this piece. I cut it out 2 times. You could use it just once. If you wanted to just have this A Gift For You going, you know, one direction, you could have it going this way if you wanted to. But today I wanted to do like a double layer. So we're just going to go ahead and glue this on top of each other so you kind of have that decorative piece going both directions. So all you do if you want to do that is just bump it up together. And let me see if I can find my scissors. Here we go. My scissors just fell to the floor. So tell me what you're loving about what you're learning today. I'm just going to go ahead and just pop these edges off real quick so that we can just go ahead and layer this down. So we're going to go ahead and just glue this down real quick. I won't add as much glue as I normally would just for the sake of time. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the top, and you have this beautiful kind of like centerpiece. I love how this comes together very quickly and easily. These tags are really beautiful for, like, say just a gift tag, so you can keep it very simple, just use it by itself. So it's very elegant just by itself, right? So as you can see, this really quickly just comes together. Now our next step is going to be adding some leaves. Now I'm using from the Leafy Accents die and stamp set. I'm going to pull this one into 3 parts, and we're just going to start adding some leaves down here and up in this corner. Now, if you are not confident in where to place your items, you can always go ahead and just lay them down, and then you can take a picture. You can go back and lay them down when you're ready to glue them, right? For me, I typically just kind of do what you're seeing here. I'm always like, I can pull something off if it's not quite how I like it, and always refix it, right? So this is 1 leaf, just kind of put into it kind of more of a circle formation. We'll do the same thing again. Some of my leaves are kind of hanging on top of each other. These leaves were just stamped in leaf green, colored in leaf green. And you can shape them with a coordinating mold, or if you want to shape them by hand, you can do that as well. So just a quick way to do these leaves very beautifully. These leaves are one of our most popular leaves. They're a beautiful accent. I don't know about you, but oftentimes I'm so excited about the flowers, I forget about the importance of leaves. And that is really what brings it all together, right? Is having the perfect leaf accent. So you could do just 1 cluster. Now, if you wanted to do this very same card in like a smaller format, I would just do 1 little cluster, right? You use this die, maybe a smaller sentiment, and then you can use the cluster. Now, before we add the flowers, I just wanted to show you real quick how these flowers were created. So these flowers are very petite, and they come from the French cottage scapes. This was part of a collection that had like a beautiful gateway. If you don't have that one yet, I really highly recommend looking at it. It's super beautiful. Crafters from all around the globe have it. They absolutely love it. But there's 2 sizes in here. Now this one does not have a mold, so we do hand shape this. And what I did with this one is you can stamp it in the coastal coral and with the seafarer. And once you've done that, just go back and just color them real quickly. Now I didn't spend a lot of time. These flowers are very teeny tiny, so I just did like tap tap, added a little bit of the coral to it, and then I went back and just add a little bit of the seafarer. Now the seafarer is a little bit more of what I call a power color, so I'm just going to flip this around. Just look, yeah, see, that's a little bit brighter, so I'm a little bit more careful how hard I tap. Sorry, I'm kind of blocking the camera a little bit. Here we go. So just a little bit of color to that to add that finishing touch with it. And then when you go to shape it, I do like to have a double mat, and I'm just going to put these flowers stamped side down, mist them a little bit on the back, and then I'm using our stylus. I'm using you could use 3 or 2 millimeter tip, and just go and just press down 1 to 2 times. Just press, 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 the harder you press, the more dimension you get. You literally just have to do like one bounce in the middle because these are such tiny flowers and they're super, super easy to create. This flower is a go-to. Like, you can make so many different accents. Like, it's a great little accent piece to just add that finishing touch to your card, right? And then once you're finished doing that, you can put it into your tidy tray. I'm using the, let's see, this one is Mini Prills, which is different sizes of prills, which makes a really pretty center. Now, the finished card that I have in front of me has more like actual pearls in the center, so you can choose what you prefer. So I'm just going to go ahead, dump those in the center. Then you can tap that off, and once that is dry, you'll have these beautiful flowers with that little flower center all ready to go. Now all you have to do is just add these little flowers to the center of your card. Before I get into that, as a thank you for watching today, we have a special savings for you that you get a free die with a $50 purchase. All you have to do is just enter coupon code 050121. That expires May 5th. You get a free die of your choice. So if you love the 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬 die, that's a great one to add in there. Or maybe you've seen the ornamental tags die and you're like, oh my gosh, I can see myself using this over and over and over. That's a really great, useful one that you can use many times. So with that, we're going to start adding these flowers. So at this point, I always like to make sure I have plenty of flowers that I can just create with. And I'll just kind of mix and match between the different colors. So you can have 2 different colors, you could have 3. You can really kind of mix and match between coordinating colors you love and just have some fun with it. I might add a little bit less today than we did on the original card. I don't know. I just always kind of go by like what looks great and when it looks finished. And if I feel like it's too much, I'll pull some off, right? I think I'm going to put this one right in the center here. And I'm going to get a small blue one right in this section. And then maybe another little pink one right in here. I think that does it. 2, 4, 6. You know what? 2, 4, 6. I'm going to do one more. I always like to have an odd number when I am creating. So I'm going to put this one over here. There we go, right? So 3, 5, 7, 9 is typically what I kind of like to make sure that I create with when I am making a flower. So there we've got 2 on this side. I'm going to add another larger one down in here. And then I think we're just going to finish it up with these little pink ones. So we've got 4 little pink ones left over. So as you can see, it's just a very quick way to create a super stunning card, whether it's for Mother's Day, it's a special gift that you're giving somebody. This one is has a lot of detail to it, but it's super simple to create. So following these simple steps, whether you want to make an A2 size card, you want to make a slimline card, 5x7, you can really adjust this die, super versatile. Just a quick tip, if you have lots of hot glue fuzzies, you can always use your heat gun to make those little things melt and disappear. So that is just a quick way you can add your glitter and all that fun stuff to really finish that off. So before I go, wanted to just show you once again just a couple samples of how you can really maximize the versatility of this die. You can do Feel Better Soon. You can do Just Hope Your Day is as special as you are with having like a centerfold card, which is awesome. I think this one has like a magnet, yes. So that's also a great way to use that. Here's one with a clear cardstock and really utilizing the paper in the center, which I love how that came out. So lots of versatility using just one die. Then you can add the flower of your choice. Today I used from the French 𝐒𝐭𝐡, which is a really beautiful one to use, especially since it's so tiny. You get lots of versatility. You can cluster it with larger flowers. This is the ornamental tags die, and then the 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬 die. And once again, if you don't have these dies yet and you have a wish list, make sure to get yours ordered. You can visit our website at heartfeltcreations.us and you qualify for a free die with a $50 purchase. Coupon code is 050121, expires May 5th, 2021. So have fun recreating and using this inspiration to create your own one-of-a-kind card. Have an amazing rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Hi everybody, it's Joyce from my craft room. Thanks for stopping by today. Thanks to everybody at Expo for hosting us. I have something fun to show you today. These are new gilding flakes from Creative Expressions and Cosmic Shimmer. You know, gilding leaf, gilding sheets, even flakes have been around for a really long time, but it's been quite a while since I saw any with the variation in color that these new ones have. So I want to show you how they work. They're very easy to work with, a little messy, I won't kid you, but I think you're really going to like them, and hope you enjoy this. So we'll get started. First of all, they come in lots of different colors. I tried to film them here, but you really can't see the colors on camera, so just look at the website. There's lots of different colors, and I think you can see them better there than I can show them to you here. But in addition to the gilding flakes, these are a bit larger flakes, and they're like a kind of like a foil, but they're definitely not the same as foil. But they're torn into smaller pieces and heated so that you get some color variation. So in addition to these, they've also come out with what they're calling Aurora flakes. Now these are more of a jewel tone color collection as opposed to the more golds, coppers, silvers that you see in the gilding flakes. So if you can kind of see the blue and silver in this jar, these are finer flakes, but they work exactly the same way. So what I'm showing you today with the gilding flakes works on the Aurora flakes also. All right, to work with these things, the first thing you need is something sticky. And the easiest way would be to take a piece of cardstock. I did that here. I put some of my Altenew double-sided adhesive. I'm trying to find the package so I can show you. This is it. There are 10 sheets, 8.5 by 11 in here, $15.99. They work great, just great. So you put a piece of cardstock behind a piece of the adhesive, and then you're going to die cut it with the adhesive on the top. So then all you got to do is peel off the backing. And then I'm going to set it in my little tray here. Let's get this so you can see what I'm doing. And then all I got to do is take some of my flakes. Just open up the jar. Now when you work with these, no fans going. Don't do it outside because they will blow. So you're just going to take a few fingers full. Drop them down on your die cut piece and just kind of start patting it into the adhesive. It doesn't really matter how much you put down because everything that doesn't get stuck to the adhesive can go back in the jar. So you kind of pat it into place, and then you want to take a piece of Rub It, Scrub It. Now, I don't know if you remember these. Ranger came out with these a long time ago. It's actually a stamp cleaning pad. I just cut off a little square that's hiding here in my tray. So I've cut a little square, and on this side, it's like a sponge, but this side's a little bit coarser. So when you go over your die cut, you're going to get rid of all the extra flakes. You don't have to be very, aggressive with it. Doesn't take a very long time. Just kind of rub around the edges until you have this, and you have a bunch of it on your fingernails. So that's the easiest possible way. Take any of your dies, cut it with adhesive, double stick adhesive, and then just pat those flakes on and you get this beautiful metallic color variation and texture. They're great fun. Now here is a sample that I made a little while back doing this very same thing. This is, get this so you can see. Here's this smaller version of the same pot I just did, and then some leaves. These are from 𝐒𝐒𝐁𝐄. The pot is from the Versatile Vases die set. Versatile Vases 2, I should say. And the leaves are from the Just Leaves die set from 𝐒𝐿𝐿. And I thought that made a really nice card, especially on the black. Now, so that's doing it with double-sided adhesive. The other thing that you can do, and all I'm going to do right now, before I forget to tell you this, is just kind of shovel all my little extra bits into the corner of my tray here, scoop them up, and drop them back in the jar. Alright. Now, the other way you can do this is with glue, but not just any glue. You need a glue that's going to dry tacky. Cosmic Shimmer makes this glue. This is their flake and glitter glue. So it is not like ordinary glue. It is going to dry tacky, and that's what's going to hold the flakes. So I'll show you how you do this. I got another piece of cardstock here and a stamp. Move this out of the way a second. This is Catherine Pooler's Rondi's Window background stamp. And I will say, honestly, I've had better luck with the rubber stamps than I have with the photo polymer. I think there's just a little more depth to them, and it's just easier to get a good impression. But the photo polymer works. It's just a little easier this way. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little dollop of glue on my craft mat. Then I take this. This is a piece of cut and dry foam. I can't seem to figure out where my camera is. This is cut and dry foam. Cut and dry foam, also made by Ranger, is just this stuff. It's made to be used as an ink pad. It feels like an ink pad. So you're just going to cut a piece, and it works better than a sponge because it's a bit firmer. So I have found the best way for me to apply this to a stamp is just to kind of drag some of the glue away from my little puddle and tap it onto my stamp. You don't have to get crazy. You know, you don't want puddles of glue on your stamp. But you can see it on there. You can see where it's wet in real life. And then move this out of the way. Take your cardstock. And I found it just easier to just lay the cardstock right on top of the stamp. Now, give it a little rub. Make sure you've got, you know, good adhesion, but then get it off, because if you let it sit there too long, it will stick. Now, can you see all that glue on there? So what you want to do is give it a second to dry. Not a long time, but this is when you do a really important thing, and that's clean your stamp or your stencil, whichever you're using. So I'm just going to go over this right now with a baby wipe. But when we're done, I'm going to take it to my sink, and I've got an old, you know, brush. I'm just going to give it a good scrub, because you definitely don't want this drying on your stamp. Now, in the interest of time, I did one earlier, although this really doesn't take long to dry. You can see this one is dry, and it's tacky to the touch. Bring my little tray back, and this color I just showed you is called Harvest Moon, and it's got some blues, golds, coppers. It's a really pretty color. It's just impossible to see on camera. This color is called Red Blaze, and you'll see when I open it that there's much more copper, lots of reds. It's just gorgeous. So once again, we're just going to drop some flakes over our glued piece and just start kind of patting them into place. And I'll tell you what, I was demoing this stuff at a show, and I really, I didn't have anything to kind of contain the flakes with me. So we went in the dollar store and bought this little silly baking tray, and it works great. Alright, so now we've kind of covered up all the adhesive, and we're going to take our little piece of Rub It, Scrub It again, and just kind of refine this. And you'll see how the flakes are sticking to the adhesive. Can you see that now? Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. So, really easy. Just a little messy, like I say, kind of sticks to your fingers, but it's really not that big of a deal. And here is, where is it? My card. That I made. Just the same way. The only thing here is I added a black strip, and I die cut Happy Birthday from Pink Fresh Classic Words, and die cut that with the double stick tape sheet on it, and burnished it with the same gilding flakes. I think that makes a really pretty card. So there's that. Now, the other thing that you can do, which is basically no different than the stamping, is to do stenciling. I did this one with an Altenew stencil, and that Harvest Moon again, I can't get the blue to show up very well, but all you're going to do is, again, take your cardstock, lay your stencil on top, take your piece of cut and dry again, and just pat it right through the stencil, just like that. Now, there is a way to also do stencils with the double stick tape sheets, but you have to keep in mind that after you peel off the stencil, you're going to have adhesive still showing. I mean, if you put the, let me start again. If you put the stencil down on a piece of double stick tape, you can then rub your gilding flakes through the stencil, and they'll stick in that pattern. But when you take the stencil off, all the rest of that double stick tape is going to be exposed. So The easiest way to cover it is probably to either take another color of gilding flakes and rub it in, but you're going to have to find something that's going to contrast with the color you put down first. The other thing you can do is pour glitter on it and burnish that in, or even micro beads, something like that. But you definitely have to cover up the rest of that adhesive. You could try using an anti-static pad. I'm not sure that that would work too great. Let's see if this is going to dry for me so I can put the, we'll give it a shot. Put the flakes on it. Sure, there we go. See, it doesn't take any time at all. Now, I should have cleaned that stencil while I was talking. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you get the idea. Just, again, you want to use that. The rub it, scrub it, you know, it's not expensive. And you get tons of these out of one little $3.99 package. So, this needs a little more work. And I think I didn't let it dry enough, but it definitely works, and it's very, very pretty. Okay, now let me get this oil off my fingers. Like I said, there's lots of different colors to choose from. The glue, I highly recommend. I don't know what else would really dry as quickly and stay as tacky as the Cosmic Shimmer Flake and Glitter Glue. I mean, this is perfect for this application. All right. Just clean up my mess here. And I think that's all I have to show you. Oh, this is the stamp that I used from Catherine Pooler. And again, it's called Rondi's Window Background Stamp. And we do have it in stock. And this is the Bubble Wrap Stencil from 𝐒𝐒𝐁𝐄. Alrighty. So, as always, you can find everything at mycraftroom.com. Our coupon code is 𝐒𝐒𝐲15. That's 𝐒𝐲15. Put it in the discount/coupon box at checkout. You'll save 15% on your entire order for 2 weeks. And what was I going to tell you? Everything is discounted except laminators and kits. So I hope you check it out. They're really fun. The jars of the gilding flakes are $8.99. Most of the new colors come in this size jar. The older ones, like this Harvest Moon, come in this size jar. They're all the same price. The Aurora Flakes, also same price. They're just, I think, depending on the colors used, the processing of the flakes is more expensive for some than others, which is why they've just changed the content size rather than the price. So, that's all I got for you today. Thank you again for stopping. I hope you have fun watching the videos, and I look forward to answering any questions I can. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
everybody, it's Stacy from Quick Quotes, and we have a great deal for you today. We have a few things to show you, but our deal today is save 25% on all paper packs and page kits, and there's tons to choose from on the website. If you go to shopquickquotes.com, the page kit category and the paper pack category, all on sale, 25% off. Use code SPRING25. And as long as your order is $25 or more, you'll get 25% off of all your page kits and paper packs. So check it out because we do have new paper packs on there. So to start off, I would like to tell you about an event that we have coming up on May 22nd. It is our Super Scrapbook Day event. So this event is something where we have created all new kits, all new classes just for this one day. In one day, you get 14 pages. You create 14 pages and an altered project. Plus, we give you a tote bag, thank you gifts, lots of chances for prizes. It's a really, really fun day. So on May 22nd, you can sign up on our website at shopquickquotes.com, and you go to workshops and events. And I'm going to show you a preview of what you would get if you were to sign up for that event, because it's a really fun day packed with classes. Everything you'll see here, you actually get plus some. So let me show you what some of the layouts are here. So this first one we have, in each class we try to do some kind of fun little technique. This one has a little party bag attached to the top, or to the front here, where you can add more photos and pull it out the top of your page protector. This is one of the classes. Here's 2 pages that match it. So throughout the day, you get a total of 14 pages. Lots of fun stuff. This one is, let's get it in order here. This one is Summertime and the Livin' is Easy, which makes me really want summer right now and some sunny days. And there's 2 that go with it. And this one is really fun because it actually has a little Velcro book here that you can open up. And it actually opens up lots of different ways, but you can pull it all the way this way. I'm not even sure how this works, but if you join the class, we will walk you through it. Patsy will walk you through it. So when you put it back together, you can also open it this way. So it's a fun little folding technique that we'll walk you through in one of the classes. The next class, this is a fun class because it shows you how to take any kind of paper and use the scraps to make embellishments, to fit embellishments on your page. So some of these here are just scraps from pieces of paper. This is our brand new Legacy paper line. So we are having a sale on paper right now, paper packs. If you like this brand new line, this one is called Legacy. But at the event on May 22nd, you'll get 14 pages, a tote bag, thank you gifts, lots of chances for prizes. You do an altered project, which this is an altered, actually on this kit right here, this is kind of like a puzzle piece. So it comes with a base and you get all the little pieces and buttons, and there's paper buttons, real buttons, some ribbons, lots of fun little pieces on that one. And then we'll also do a little altered project here. It has little tags on here, so if you wanted to give it as a gift. But this is a little cupcake holder. Pulls out of there. You can take your cupcake out. Kind of want to eat this right now. Looks delicious. So this is one of the kits that we'll also be doing on the May 22nd event. Set it down here real quick. So if you're interested in signing up, this event is $119. I'm going to flip through these pages again real quick so you can see. The event is $119, but it includes everything that you need to complete the classes, and we'll walk you through step by step. Patsy will be live on our Facebook walking you through. She misses being in classes in person, but this is the next best thing. So if you join us on May 22nd, it's $119. It comes with everything you need to complete these pages. You just bring basic tools, some adhesive, scissors, trimmer, and we will supply everything else. With this event, if you are thinking of signing up, or if you've already signed up, let us know in the comments. But if you're thinking of signing up, make sure you sign up by May 3rd so that it ensures that you actually get the kits before the event. That gives us time to get it in the mail to you. So, and as you can hear right now, there is a train going by our warehouse. It sounds like it's going right through our warehouse, but it's not. One thing about our events, we do it live on Facebook, and every time a train goes by our warehouse, we give away a door prize, and we give out tons of prizes during the day. So check out the event, go to shopquickquotes.com, click on workshops and events, and we are a little over half sold right now. So if you're just thinking about going, go ahead and sign up. The next thing I'd like to run by you is our brand new Club Q kits. So if you are a Club Q member, say hi in the comments. But this is our May Club Q. This says, "You belong among the wildflowers." So this is a really fun kind of spring kit for you. If you don't know about our Club Q, it is a monthly kit club. We design new kits every month with new papers, new designs. We try to keep them a little bit general so that they work for everybody. There are two options. You can do page layouts, which is 4 pages every month, plus you get an extra pack of ribbon, paper, extra stuff every month too. Or you can do the ultimate combo, which also comes with altered projects. So you can see here, this is one of the projects for May. This is actually a canvas book. So it has a canvas on the front and the back. It says "Life is in Bloom." And then it has some really fun fold outs and stuff inside the book here too. Lots of places for pictures. So with the ultimate combo, it's $49, but you always get free shipping with the ultimate combo. So if you were to sign up for Club Q, you can do layouts, which there is an $8.99 flat rate shipping, or you can do the ultimate combo, which comes with 2 altered projects as well, 1 big one, 1 small one. So there is that. And the great thing about this event right now is that we are also going to extend the 25% off to any new Club Q signups. So if you fill out the form and sign up online for Club Q for our May kit, if you do it in the next 2 days, you will also get 25% off of your first shipment. So this is a fun, we teach you we give you all the instructions in every single kit, and this one is a little organizer. You get a large one and a small one. Holds tons of stuff in there. You can see, this is a really fun project to make because once you get this, you'll have the pattern so that you can make it in any size. It even holds big things. My cute son there on the front. So Club Q is $19.99 for the page layouts plus the extra paper pack and everything, or $49 for the ultimate combo. And if you sign up, and the ultimate combo always comes with free shipping. If you sign up today or tomorrow, then you will get 25% off of your first shipment. Plus, in your first shipment, you always get free kits. So these would be the free kits that you get with your first shipment. So not only would you get the fun May kits, you would also get, I got these mixed up here, I think, but you also get 4 page layouts. I think I got them mixed in there. You'll get 4 page layouts free. Plus, if you sign up for the ultimate combo, you'll also get this little tag book here. And this is totally free in your first shipment when you sign up as well. So if you're thinking about a monthly kit club, we really have a good variety that we send out each month. And right now it's a really good deal. This is the other free kit you would get if you were to sign up for the ultimate combo. So you can see here, it's a wood frame with some embellishments on it. Plus, once you're a Club Q member, you get 10% off of everything else when you order on our website. So lots of benefits of being a Club Q member. And if you're thinking about signing up, now is the time because you get 25% off of your first shipment. And with our special this weekend, we have 25% off of paper packs and page kits. So I'm going to run through some of the page kits that you would be getting with the discount. So if you use Spring 25 as a code and any paper packs or page kits, you'll get 25% off. So we have a new birthday kit. Sorry, some of the embellishments are on the top there. There's a new birthday kit. We have month kits. So this one we have all the way through June, and soon we'll be introducing the next 6 months. But there's a June kit, nice summary kit. May, going through this kind of backwards, but the first 6 months are here. April, March. So these are all in the page kit category at shopquickquilts.com. And you can save 25% on them. There's February. So this makes it a really easy way to just add a few pictures to your album every single month. And we have some fall layouts. So these are just kind of samples of some of the ones that we have on our website. We have lots more to choose from. That one says breathtaking. This one is a travel page. Show me the world. I know everybody's kind of itching to start traveling again. I cannot wait. We have a few Easter kits left. These ones are very low stock. But if you have some great Easter pictures, these are perfect. Here's one for our four-legged friends, for pets, for cats, dogs. It says, "The road to my heart is paved with paw prints." So we've also put the paper packs on sale. So with this, you can actually use on some of our new paper packs, which we rarely do. This one is called Helen's Sweater. So it has some gorgeous kind of peachish brown, some grays in there. And we named this after Helen, who works for us. She actually had a vest on that was super cute, and it was almost exactly this print. So we took a picture and designed it up just for Helen. This one is Legacy. This one has some soft sages with some tan, black, white in there. Really some gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So those are some of the new ones that we have that you could save. And this one was a really popular one that we did one of our events with earlier in the year. So if you go to shopquickquilts.com, go to paper packs or the page kit category, and all of that will be on sale. There's also some embellishments and quotes that go with each one of those each one of those paper packs as well. Train again. So yeah, at our events we give away a prize every time a train comes around. Livens up the event. So these are just some of the examples of some of the new product that we have on our website. And right now, we don't normally do this, but we actually have those paper packs on sale for the 25% off. And there's been some people ask about our brand new inks. A lot of people have already purchased the brand new Powder Puff chalking inks. We are low on stock. If you are looking to get the Powder Puff inks, the 12-pack is low on stock. So check those out. There's some really gorgeous colors in there. This is our nature collection. Some of my favorites here I grabbed to use. And actually, I'll show you a couple of ones here. This lovely lilac is really pretty. You can see, just leaves a soft, chalky look. It goes on wet, but it dries very quickly. Leaves a nice, soft, chocolatey look. And if you do have our new inks, put in the comments what your favorite color is. I know that this lovely lilac is very popular, but let us know what your favorite color is. This one is sandstone. This one is a really pretty summery color. If you've never used our powder puffs before, you can see they're kind of a unique shape. They have a tail on the end, so you can kind of get into cracks and get the details. They dry quickly, they dry permanent, they just leave the soft, chalky look. And I'll show you one more, which is Babbling Brook. But on the lid, we had a misspelling and we did not catch that. So what we say is these are gonna be collector's items someday, so you probably need one of these. This is Babbling Brook, but we left out a B, so we call it Babbling Brook. It's a running joke around here, but we're not sure how we missed it, but we did. But it's a really beautiful color. So yeah, if you have the new set, let us know what your new favorite color is. And if you don't have the new set, we are low on stock, so check that out. And I was looking for my sale sheet here. Pull that up again so that you can see what the sale is. 25% off at shopquickquilts.com on paper packs and page kits. Use code SPRING25. And we appreciate you joining us, and we hope you enjoy the deal. And we will see you next time.
Welcome back, everybody. And I told you that we had some great presenters, didn't we, Vicki? Oh my gosh. And you know, we started out with the wonderful Emma Lou from Heartfelt Creations. And you know, everything that she creates is just beautiful. You know, we were talking earlier about just, you know,
works of art.
Oh, exactly. For
sure.
Any card that she would make or you would make using their products, I bet it would end up on the mantle because they're just so beautiful.
They are.
And I love, you know, the versatility in the dies. You know, you get a lot of pieces now in your die sets, and she was showing, you know, different ways of using them, the layering. She had the ornamental tag sets. You know, gosh, you can use those over and over and over again.
Right.
And I like the tip. Never thought of this before. Is, you know, when you are doing a card with, you know, different flowers and a lot of die cuts with leaves, is to lay it out and take a picture.
Yeah.
And then you have that to go to. Yeah. I mean, I never thought of doing that before, but thought that was a great.
Because you know what I do is I put it down and then I go, what was it like? And I forget.
Or I've tried to take everything and lay it like over here, you know, like on something else as you would lay it on.
That's a good idea too, though. That is actually a good idea too.
But that, I thought that was a great tip, you know, and but you know, just their products are just great to use and ease, and you know, once again, the beautiful cards that she creates. So.
They were amazing. Yes, the leafy accent die.
Yes.
I agree with her that she says that we concentrate so much on making the beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
But the leaves also add that really.
Oh yeah.
But you know, that punch. You have to have leaves with flowers, I guess, sometimes. And so I thought that was like a really good piece to have that would be very versatile, and you would use it all the time on all your projects. So I was like, I would definitely need those leaves.
It finishes, like you said, it finishes the flower part of
And then the just everything, like you were saying, the eyelet royale, the ornamental tags. You could use that for like a bag topper.
Oh yeah.
Or to decorate a
holiday
gift bag, holiday tags. Yeah. So my goodness, I just love all of the molds and everything.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So Heartfelt Creations is offering a free die with a $50 purchase when you enter the code 050121, and the offer will expire on May 5th, 2021.
Great.
So
great.
that was awesome.
Yeah, so hop on there, and a great show special for sure.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And then Joyce from My Craft Room always has great tips and techniques, and you know, different. She's always showing something different. And the gilding flakes. You know, we were talking. You know, there's so many different ways, you know, to try to get that look, whether it's using the foils or using a metallic paper to die cut. But I mean, just using that and the glue name, Vicki, what was the glue name?
It's called Cosmic Shimmer Flake and Glitter Glue.
She was ordering it as we were talking. That's why I knew she knew what it was. But you know, using that, and now when she put it on the stamp, I said, oh, I don't know, you know, because we were talking, and I said, I have trouble just making sure I get the ink off a stamp, let alone glue.
Right.
But, you know, I think that would be, you know, if you're kind of, I think a good way to practice would be to take maybe one of your older rubber stamps or something that you're not going to maybe use and try it out first. But she did show, you know, cleaning it up quick, you know, and making sure that when you do, after you apply the glue with the Rub It, Scrub It.
Yeah, that was cool.
On there. Yep,
right.
Great tool. Is, you know, just make sure when you put your paper down not to leave it too long, or then now you're going to have a stamp with a piece of cardstock stuck to it. But
exactly.
But lifting it up and then putting those flakes on and then just, you know, buffering it out, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. I thought, you know, when I see those flakes, it gets a little bit, like I feel like it's a technique that I wouldn't know how to do. And that's what I love so much about these virtual events, because, you know, by seeing her demoing it, I'm like, wow, I don't have to bring out my laminator, because it kind of gives it of the foil, like you were saying, technique. And that is just, it's a beautiful thing. I love all kinds of new mediums and stuff, you know, so I thought this was wonderful in that harvest moon color.
Yes.
So pretty, and that it made it look like an actual vase that you would have, you know, and I thought it was really pretty. I love seeing new things, and so I just think that was amazing. And then also the dies that she used, which was the versatile vases and the just leaves from Altenew. I think those were so cute, because the vase, you know, you could make that so pretty, and then you could put different flowers in it, even if you wanted. I just think it's really a must-have.
And she said, you know, she had I'm going to call it the regular gilding flakes, which is your gold and silver,
right? And
then the Aurora flakes, which has more of your colors and things like that. But you know, you were talking about like the laminator, so it's so good to have some different techniques, because you know, it's not always easy to take a laminator to, like, maybe if you're coming to one of our in-person events. But
plug it in or whatever,
But I mean, what a great way! This could be your traveling technique when you want to do it, and beautiful. So
I agree totally. So that is awesome. Oh, okay. So let me give you the show special. I got all involved in it. Okay. So
don't forget the special.
Yeah. So My Craft Room is offering a 15% off site-wide using the coupon code EXPO15. That doesn't include kits or laminators. And this will expire on May 15th, so you have a few days.
There you go.
A paycheck. You have time to get paid. At least one. So.
But
thank you so much.
Yeah, and those flakes will go a long way too.
Yeah, they'll last forever.
And the glue, so.
Yes.
Check that out.
Yes.
And then Stacy and Quick Quotes and Miss Patsy, we always love having you. And I love the train, because it just I've been to their old warehouse years ago, and I'm not sure if it's the same place or not, but they had a train that went by too. But I love how the train goes by.
And we know how that was, because a few warehouses ago we were in the same. We had a train, and it would be working. You'd be having a conversation, and then the train would be going, and then you'd have to.
And it literally did sound like it.
It did. It was.
It was noisy, but I love how she's going to incorporate that into their great event coming up.
It would be exciting.
May 22nd.
Yeah, you'd want the train to come by so you could win a door prize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great way to say, hey, I got to make sure, I can hear the train. So, but look at all that you get, with their event coming up May 22nd. And,
I know.
And and their club Q. I mean, you have 2 options. What a great deal. I mean, starting out $20, 25% off. You're getting all kinds of extra goodies, and they always have great. It's a great quality product in their paper and stuff too.
Right. It's so much fun. Like with Dave, I know they do a lot of our make and takes, and just seeing the projects, that. Yes. I mean, they're so interactive, and I really love how they have like a pull tag here and an extra thing here, and it's just so innovative, and there's so much things to open and see, and I think that's amazing. And like she was showing on her one of the layouts for the May 22nd event, it was so neat that she had the Velcro book. Yeah, that little thing that you pulled out. And I mean, that once again, like whoever, Patsy, I believe, is the creator. Genius. Yeah. You always think of maybe one little fold out, but gosh, I mean, think of the photos that you can just put on that one little thing. So you don't want to leave a photo out. No. But then there's not enough space on a 12 by 12 sometimes. Exactly. So having those little, I love it. Yep. So like the powder puff, chalking inks, the page kits, all of it is just gorgeous. Yep. So let me go ahead and give you the coupon code. Oh, yes. So, Quick Quotes is offering 25% off all paper packs and page kits on orders of $25 or more. It will expire on May 3rd, and the coupon code is SPRING25. Awesome. Great, so check them out, everybody. So we'll be cutting away here in just a minute, but I do want to remind you that on Tuesday, May the 4th, we have that All About Scrapbooking event coming up, so you want to tune into that. So everybody, enjoy our next presenters, and we will be back shortly.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle with 𝐒𝐿 Couture. We are going to make a really cute summer design today. I was going to do a patriotic theme, but part of my order did not come in time. So we are switching gears, and we are just going to start decorating for summer. I have a really quick and easy project. It's going to be a different technique. So it's kind of like a hot mess, but it is subway art. So it will look amazing, I hope. I did get my new Club Couture for May. So if you are a club member, I'm so excited. It's so cute. This is the club transfer that's coming to you. And if you're interested in joining a club, this is a transfer that will come to you every month. For $20 shipped and everything. It comes with 3 paste singles, and there is a lot of paste in these puppies, so there'll be different colors to specifically coordinate with your monthly club. So comment club if you're interested in becoming a club member. I have all kinds of specials for my club members as well. So but this is the May club, so if you join in May, this is the transfer you would get, and it is super cute. I can't wait to start designing with it. So I'll set that aside, and then we're going to come down to the design table and just get started on our summer project. It's a brand new transfer that was released in April, and I just got it yesterday, so I thought I would decorate with it. So come down to the design table with me, and let's get started. If you were with me last month, we did a mother transfer on this board, and I've washed it off, and it is all ready to go. This is our new summertime transfer. It's called Summer Vibes, and you can see it has all kinds of cute little sayings, perfect for summer. to put up in your home. This is a 8x10 transfer, so it's brand new. So we are just going to do a little bit of education first. And let's get going. Before I start on it, I want to show you a little bit about how you take care of our transfers. So when they're brand new in the package, you just take them out. They come with a backer sheet, and it's just a piece of backer sheet so you can keep your transfers. It is sticky on one side, and it is more of a silk screen than a stencil. So this is more like a silk screening process. And you're going to take your transfer off. I just wanted to show you the difference. You can see the little shine on this backer. So that's the side, think sticky and shine. So when you put it back on the backer after you wash it, because our transfers are washable and reusable, you put the sticky side on the shiny side of your backer sheet. So let's get down to the designing table now. Okay, so this is our fuzzing cloth. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, any towel will do. The object is just to get a little bit of lint on to your transfer, especially if you're using it on a surface that is really slick. It will tend to stick like crazy. Since we're using our chalkboard, it's not going to be that much of a problem, so I'm only going to fuzz it a couple times. And these are washable, reusable, repositionable, just about anything-able that you can think of. And you're just going to use your best eye and center your design wherever it is that your heart desires. I tend to probably get a little over thinking of it. And you're just going to lightly press it down onto your surface like so. So you can see it kind of acts like a traditional stencil, but you're going to get a better seal because of the stickiness. So since we are going to kind of do a hot mess technique, and I chose 3 coordinating colors. Well, white coordinates with anything, but these seem like typical sunshine summer colors to me. And we're just going to dollop all over the transfer in different colors and then just scrape it back up. So this is a really fast technique, but it really kind of gives a cool effect. So we are going to open our paste, and these are brand new. So you just take out the seal and put it in the lid. And this is our new Creamy Dreamy. This is orange peel. This is our bright white, which is a staple for any chalker. And this is our Bumblebee. So it's a really bright yellow. You're just going to take your lid off like so. Make sure you don't have any on your fingers. And I am just going to take dollops of each color. Give it a little stir. Look how creamy that is. Oh, just love it. And you are just going to simply dollop it wherever your heart desires, right? I have 3 tools just so I don't mix my colors up, because you don't want to do that, because I will continue to use these jars. And we are just going to just randomly paste these colors. I think this is called the hot mess technique, but it could be called whatever you want. I'm just going to take a little bit more of the orange and just strategically put it in different spots. And here's where the magic. So normally when I'm scraping this off, I would scrape it off and put it back into the jar, but we're not going to do that, right? Because that would mess up all the colors. So when you're doing this, I kind of like to work in kind of a swirling pattern like this. And I'm just going to scrape it back up into this little paste tray. So you're just going to work it around. I'm going to put it in different places in case I need a little extra. But this is kind of going to give you a little bit of a mixture of the colors all together. And you're still going to, even though this is a hot mess technique, you're still going to want to work fairly fast, because the saying goes, if it dries in the screen, it stays in the screen. Now you could use this transfer, since it has all nice little subway art all over it, and then we're just going to drag it to get the remnants back up. You could use parts of this transfer on a hat, t-shirts, just about anything, little tags. Okay. Like I said, this is fast and easy. You're just going to take the transfer and peel it up like so. And it is going to have that summer vibe all over it. Now this I will just take to the sink when I'm done, and I will rinse it off with just plain water. I will set it sticky side up to dry, and then I would put it back on that backer like we talked about. But look at this, guys. Look how fast and easy. So if you're interested in this project, I do have a cart link that would get you what you needed to do to complete it, including the board and the transfer, and then you can pick out your own paste at your leisure. But I think it's so adorable and bright and sunny. I live in Utah, so bright and sunny is something we're looking forward to after coming out of a cold, wet spring and winter. I wanted to show you what we were going to work on next month. We have all of our patriotic transfers came in, and I have them, but I'm waiting for, we have little wooden stars. If you watched me a couple months ago, we had the cute little bunnies, and we have Christmas trees, and we have deer. So now we have stars, and that's what I'm waiting for, to do a vignette with a patriotic theme, and I can't wait to use these. They're going to be so much fun. So make sure you join next month right here, and we will do a patriotic theme vignette. So it'll have two or three little items to make. That'll be super fun. I am going to make one more thing since we have time, and this would kind of go along with this transfer, but it's on our board and pillar. And I'm looking for the bottom. Oh, here it is. This is our board and pillar stand, and it's another summertime transfer, but it's small. It's a size A. So if you're a little intimidated by the size of the transfer sometimes, this is a fun one to start with because it's really nice and tiny. And we are actually going to do everything in white except for the part of the umbrella. I'm going to set this aside while it dries, and we will work on our board and pillar. One thing I like about this stand is that it's so versatile. It has a little hole in the back, so it can go horizontally, and that's the way we're going to be using it this today, because this design is a horizontal design, but it can just as easily go vertically. So I think it was last month when we did some bunnies, it was a vertical design that said wild and free. So we are going to just start working on this. You can see how easily you can make home decor gifts. We do have some, I do have a teacher transfer if you're looking for an end of the year appreciation gift for a teacher. I can try and see if it actually is right out here. So I will go grab that after I do this transfer, and you can easily see how you can make a gift for a teacher. Ooh, I have some yellow on my hand. So the same thing. All our transfers work the same way. So you're going to peel it off its backer, hopefully. You are going to take a cloth and you're going to give it a quick little fuzz. And you just do that by pulling it up. This one's a smaller transfer, so I can actually fold this cloth in half. Just give it that little bit of extra. When designing on the board and pillar, one thing to make sure is that you design with the peg in mind, right? So make sure it's going in the right direction. So I'm going to take you back down to the table. And I love that orange peel, so I'm going to use that for my umbrella. I just think it's so cute. I think that looks good. And let me get a clean squeegee here. I'm just going to take one of our mini squeegees and I am going to simply dip it in our orange. And we are just going to coat this little orange umbrella. Give it a good smear of paste. Just like so. I have a little something on my transfer. It has just a little tag right there, so we are just going to make sure we get it all. And if I wanted to be really fancy, I could have done these in 2 tones. So I could have used the orange and the yellow, but for time's sake, we're not going to worry about that. We will catch the bottom of the umbrella after I chalk the words. So we're going to just peel that up into the words, and we are going to gently lay it back down. And we're going to make sure our words are down there. And I'm just going to use our multi-tool to get these letters. I'm going to use Summertime. I'm just going to use white because I think it'll just pop. You simply just, I also have a saying that if you can butter bread, you can do 𝐒𝐿 couture. So we have a tool for every job. I do have some squeegees that I have cut, but this kind of gives you a little bit of better handle on the actual tool versus a small little squeegee. And you're just going to go back over it, scraping most of it up. Make sure you get all your letters. I think I'm going to do these little white, or these little pieces of sand in white. I think that's good. And I'm going to use the multi-tool and come back in here and get this little bit of the handle. And that is it. And you're going to pull it back up. Since we laid it down so nicely, it did not affect the umbrella that we had already pasted. So look how cute that is. So then we're going to just set it in our pillar, and I will probably get some spring, summer kind of ribbon to put with this. Bring it back up, and you can see how they look, how cute this would look on a table with maybe a picture of, oops, you can't see me. Not that that's necessary. But with a picture of maybe your kids at the beach or at the lake or whatever, just with your homey summertime decor. So I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to join my club, comment VIP, and I will put you into my VIP group where I am always having specials and deals for my favorite VIPs. But but I appreciate all your support. I had some really good customers from the stamp and scrapbook shows, and I just wanted to share because of all your support, even during the pandemic and a trying year and a half. We were able to earn a trip to Disney World for me and my family through 𝐒𝐿 Couture. So I'm so grateful for all your support and for everyone in leadership at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. Thanks for trying to help us vendors stay in business. So we appreciate your support and have a great May, and we will see you in June. Bye, everyone.
All right, folks, we're going to start with lots of demos for you today. I have our Picket Fence paper glaze for you that I'm going to work with, along with our Picket Fence paper glaze enhancer. That's so awesome. We're going to use the Elizabeth Craft Designs Art Journal stencils. This is a pack of 10 stencils. That's so convenient. As I'm using my spatula here, I'm going to get just a little bit of my paper glaze. As you can see, this is a very thin and very smooth consistency with this paper glaze, and it's very shiny. That works really well with projects that you want that extra shine to. Let me just go ahead and show you on my piece of paper here what this looks like spread out. All right, you can see here, you get a very shiny effect with this cornflower blue. Now, say you're working with a different project and the shiny doesn't really go in with your project and you want to make it matte. That's the magic of the paper glaze enhancer. You're going to love this product. So what we're going to do is use our 1-to-1 ratio with our paper glaze enhancer. I'm going to get just a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way with this. A little bit of my paper glaze by blue. I'm going to put it right here on my glass mat. And then I'm going to use a clean new spatula to get that same amount with my paper glaze enhancer. Now, if you watch as my spatula picks it up, do you see how fluffy that is and light it is and super easy to use? So I'm going to try to eyeball. Of course, you can always weigh it, but that's too much. So I'm going to eyeball what I use with that cornflower blue. That looks good. I'm going to set it right there. And then I'm going to use my blue spatula to mix it together. We just want to get a nice, beautiful mixture so we have no more white left in our of our paper glaze. Okay, I just finished mixing my paper glaze with my paper glaze enhancer. As you can see, it transformed my paper glaze color from my cornflower blue to this beautiful matte cornflower blue. And you're going to see what that looks like when I put it on my stencil here in a second. So let me wipe up my area and we'll get the stencil out. So I've opened up my Elizabeth Craft stencils. These are so cute. They even have the little notch at the top. I could put these on a ring to keep them organized. I'm going to pick this mandala stencil right here. Let me bring back my paper and we're going to put it right below my original sample of the paper glaze without the enhancer. So I've stuck all of my brand new transformed paper glaze onto my spatula that I whipped up over here, and I'm now going to spread it over my stencil. I know it's kind of can't see right now because it's a stencil on a white paper, but I'm going to spread it, and I'm just going to make sure I get the majority of the stencil. keep spreading. And as I'm spreading, I'm also scraping with the side of my spatula to grab that excess paper glaze that's just hanging out somewhere else so I can use it and it can get farther with that little bit I had on my spatula. So I even started with a little bit of the paper glaze, mixed with a little bit of the enhancer, and it gave me even a larger amount of paper glaze than I started. And because it's thin and easy to maneuver, it's gonna go a long way. So that little jar is gonna last forever. So now I'm gonna lift up my stencil. That is so cute. So here's the design that one made. And as you can see, I mean, that is so awesome. Comparing the shiny to the matte. And if you look at it even closer, it almost has not much like a grainy, but a super fine grainy effect because it's so matte. Like it was a filtered, like you filtered the shiny out. That is so awesome to use with your picket fence paper glazes. And this is going to work wonderful with your projects that you don't want the shiny, you don't want the glamour, you want that cool, those cool tones that you can get with the same colors. This paper glaze is so fine that I do get all of those crisp lines and intricate details in my stencil. That is amazing. And again, you can see that comparison here between our shiny and our matte. That is amazing. Now I do also want you to be able to see our paper glaze. I'm not debunking the paper glaze by itself. It is an amazing paper glaze. So I'm going to switch gears here, and I selected a different stencil for my Elizabeth Craft stencil pack. And I'm going to do the Agapanthus purple. This is a new purple from Picket Fence Studios for our paper glaze. All right, I think I've gotten a lot of the stencil covered here. So I'm going to set my spatula aside and lift up my beautiful stencil. That is so crisp. I know I went off my stencil a little bit, but that's just fine for my sample. But again, that's such a crisp image. And you can see the shiny is not overwhelming, but it is noticeable. So here are both our shiny. There's actually 1, 2, 3 shiny and 2 without. These have the paper glaze enhancers. I think these are beautiful for your mixed media projects, and you've already learned so much with the Picket Fence paper glaze and our Picket Fence paper glaze enhancers.
So our next item we have to show you is our super fun Cosmic Shimmer Matte Chalk Polish. This is a brand new product I'm so excited to share with you. Just like the Picket Fence items we were showing you, it turns your items matte. Now this is also a matte finish, and it is super, super easy to use. My favorite thing about these Cosmic Shimmer polishes is that they each come with their own brush. So there's no cleaning your brush or changing it out every time. You have the same brush for the same color. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a stamp. So that's going to be really cool. I'm actually going to use our brand new Picket Fence stamp. This is the Dance Mode On, and I'm going to use this Moon and Space Guy. So that's going to be super fun. And what we're actually going to do is we are going to put the chalk straight onto our stamp. So let's see what color. I think I'm just going to go in with this green. This is going to be our Opulent Olive. Okay, so we're going to open that up. We're going to take our sponge out and open him up. And it is very easy jello-like consistency. You just want to get a little bit on there. Very nice. And all you're going to do is just easily, you can dab him. I like to dab him because I don't want to get him all in the crevices. Just a little bit like that. And then you just snap him in the top and go to your next color. And I believe I'm going to grab this blue. All right. I'm going to get a little bit of our blue. And we're going to dab him on there. It's very easy to use. All right, and then I'm just going to take my stamp and I'm going to grab my little card front and I'm just going to stamp it straight on there. All right, and then we should have this beautiful chalk look, and look how cool that looks. The colors show up so good on the dark paper. There are so many other colors you can use for the dark paper as well. And now I'm going to show you on a stencil. So now we're going to go with our white paper. And I have this brand new stencil that we just arrived from Elizabeth Crafts. It is the wave stencil. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to lay it right over my card. Just like so. Just center it a little bit. And now I'm going to go in with some more fun colors. This is going to be Antique Rosewood. And again, you just need to get a little bit on there because you can always go back, but you cannot take away. And I'm really just going to swipe and rub. Okay. Then we're going to go with another color. I think I'm going to do this one right here. This is Purple Dusk. And it also has a very small dry time. So as you're working, it may even start to dry just because it has that easy matte finish. Now we're going to take ballet slippers. Next, we're going to go in with taupe matte. This is another very pretty light yellow. I really like it. I love how these are very cute pastel colors. They don't really give you that big, vibrant look, except for when you put them on black. They really pop, just like we showed earlier. So I'm just going to pull our stencil up, and you can see how pretty that looks. And you just let this dry, and you put maybe a black sentiment on it, or a happy birthday, or really anything on there, and there's your beautiful, simple card.
All right, our next great demo is gonna be of our Cosmic Shimmer Pixie Powders and Cosmic Shimmer Pixie Sparkles. Now they have very similar names, so what's the difference? This Pixie Powder is going to be the first generation of Pixie Powder from Cosmic Shimmer. So what they did when they reinvented them with the Pixie Sparkles is they put more of the mica flakes in the Pixie Sparkles. So these are going to be glittier. If you don't want more glitter, you're going to go with the Pixie Powder. That makes sense. All right, so first, I'm going to show you how these work. These are containers of powder, almost like powdered glitter and mica in them in color. So first, I would like to show you our Pixie Powders. Now look at this one right here. This is where it reminds me of our Nouveau Shimmer Powders, is that it has different arrays of colors in one bottle. This can be found in the Shimmer Powders as well. They do the same thing. These are other colors that are available. So I've chosen Firework Burst and Lava Red to work with for my sample. So I also have with me some Tonic Watercolor Card. The amazing thing about watercolor card is I can spray on one of my sides and it will warp like you do see those other cards do, but then it sits back down all by itself. That is so cool. So if you're not working with Tonic Watercolor Card, you're going to want to spray water on both sides just to counteract the warping you might get. But we don't have to do that with this one. So I'm going to spray my watercolor card with a mini mister, just a bit generously. I made sure I got water somewhere over the entirety of my card. Then I'm going to take my Firework Burst Pixie Powder, and it's got this little nozzle on top, a super fine tip here. And instead of squeezing, which we don't want to do, if I squeezed, all of this powder would just come running out and bursting across my area. I want to get it on the card. So instead, I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to tap on the top, and it's going to react with the water that's on the watercolor card. So then I'm going to use my Lava Red. I know all you see right now is a bunch of powder, because as it's reaching my water, it's slowly reacting. I'm going to show you a different way too. So I'm going in with my red. All right, that's going to look good. Those are two really good combinations. So this is what our background looks right now. Now I'm going to take my water again because I want it to burst out more. I want you to see that shimmer powder work for you. So at different angles, I'm going to go in with my mini mister just to hit the powder. Do you see that reacting? That looks so good. So you do get to see more of that red. Maybe I used a little bit more of that. And it's a stronger pigmented color. And I see that firework burst in that background. So I know I could have probably chosen colors that went together a little better, but that's what you're getting, is this burst of color that works so good and reacts with a simple mini mister. Now I'm going to show you another way, and this time we're going to use, instead of the pixie powders, we're going to use the pixie sparkles. All right? And remember, these are going to have more glitter. So keep watching, this is good. So for showing these pixie sparkles, I've gotten me a new watercolor card piece. And I'm first, instead of spraying first, I'm going to go ahead and put that powder down first. So there are two different ways. You can spray and then put your powder, or powder and then spray, or do a combination of both like I did the first time. So I'm going to show you the Beyond Blue and the Purple Affair. I love this purple color. Now we're doing the same technique. We are not going to squeeze it. We're going to tap it onto our card. And right now it's just a bunch of powder doing what it does, just hanging out. All right. And then I will do the Beyond Blue. Now remember, this one has more mica in it, so it's going to be that much more gorgeous. And this makes for an awesome background for starting a card or a project. So I'm going to, I think I'll hold it up closer so you can see how it bursts out with my mini mister. Remember, at different angles as you get the best. Look at that. That looks so beautiful. That's your selling point on these pixie powders. Whether you'd like the solid color that we showed before, or this one with all the shimmer, and see it in the camera, that shimmer is really working for you. It is so beautiful. So that was with the pixie sparkles that time. That's so pretty. Now, if you're still not convinced, you're gonna keep watching, because it's gonna get even better. All right, I have a third technique to show you with these pixie sparkles that is gonna blow your mind, because it blew my mind when I learned it. So I'm going to take my pixie sparkles, both my colors, and I'm gonna just tap like I'm making a background. You're gonna watch, this is gonna be so crazy, okay? I'm getting it all over. And then I'm gonna use a second color, because who doesn't like multiple colors in one image? So beautiful. And I'm making sure it's spread out just as much, all right? Now, this is just pixie sparkles. And you see I've got my stamp over here from Picket Fence hanging out on my stamp block, like what's going on. I'm going to take some embossing ink, all right, and I'm going to ink it up on my stamp. So what this embossing ink is doing, it's acting like a temporary adhesive, so we're not doing any embossing. We just need something that can pick up our pixie sparkles for us and hold on to them while producing our crisp image that we're trying to get. So I think I've got a nice, good, thick layer of embossing ink on this one. All right. And I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to tap it onto my powder to pick it up. Yeah, that looks good. All right, and I can tell how much powder is on my stamp just by looking at it, and I see the shiny refract at me. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this over so I can have the smooth side. And the pixie powders are just sitting on here with our embossing ink. So if I try to stamp it down, all it's going to do is put the pixie powder back down after I picked it up, and nothing's going to happen. So I first have to activate. This is water activated pixie powder. I'm going to use my mini mister for. So from a distance, I'm just activating it, not getting too much. If I put too much water, I'm going to get glops on my flower. I'm going to flip it over and put it on our card. Give it a nice hard press. Now this is going to blow your mind. You're going to want to jump on and get those pixie sparkles. Are you ready? And oh my goodness, this looks so great. I'm so impressed with this. This is what is going to make beautiful backgrounds for your cards and stamps. So you can have your burst of watercolor, or you can stamp your images. Take a look at this up close. You still get that shimmering effect because it's the Pixie Sparkles. You can still do the same technique with the Pixie powder. You're just getting more shimmer with the sparkles, so it just depends on your interest. But I got such a beautiful stamp from my flower stamp that I used. And so you're going to jump on right now and get your Pixie Sparkles. We have so many beautiful colors, and of our Pixie powders.
So another fabulous product we want to share with you is our Nuvo Sparkle Sprays. Now these are a fantastic spray to add to any project. They are so glittery and so vibrant, and they're probably my favorite spray out there on the market. Now another fun item I want to show you is the Spray Station by Creative Expressions. Now this is a new product that is great to stop that overspray from getting all over your scrapbooking area and or other projects you may have around it. So I already created it for you, and it is a pretty big box, and it is a very good structure, and it is very big for larger products that will fit into it as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a stencil. Here I have an Elizabeth Craft Spring Flower Mandala. It's a slim line. I'm just going to go ahead and use it on one of my cards right here. And we're going to open it up. And just for viewing purposes, I'm just going to stick it down just like this. And we're going to lay our stencil where we want it. Just going to center it just like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to pick a few colors. I'm going to swirl that glitter from the bottom. And these are very concentrated, so you want to do it kind of at a tall angle. So I'm just going to start, see where it goes. Okay, that's how much of that blue. That is a very pretty marine mist. And then I think I'm going to go on the outside with a purple. I think that's what I want to do. And this is going to be lavender lining. Such a pretty lavender. And I'm going to go on the outside of the mandala just to add a little something around. And see all that overspray that would have got on my projects? I do not want that. So what we're going to do now is lift our stencil up. And you can see that beautiful mandala it leaves behind. It is so sparkly and so beautiful, and it has a beautiful ombre, and they mixed very, very well. And this is an easy background. You just spray, let dry, and then stamp or put a sentiment, whatever you want. So there's our beautiful card. You can see how sparkly these sparkle sprays are. The light just really reflects off the glitter. They are so beautiful. So here we have 7 amazing colors. They're each unique with their color and their sparkle, and they are just all very beautiful. So you need to come buy these Nuvo Sparkle Sprays.
That was great, Court. Thanks. Next, I'd like to look at some of our Elizabeth Craft Studios designs, which we have just started carrying. This is the brand new farm collection. I'm going to show you each of them. Here is the tractor die. That is so cute. And our little farmer. Oh my goodness. Here's a barn for our farmer. Here is our farm accessories. That is so cute. Our hen and rooster. Our cow. And our pig. And our sheep, and of course our donkey. And as you probably saw behind these are of course all of her fantastic floral dies. You can see I spread them all out. I love that wreath one right there. That is floral 3. We have all of her dies, of course, that are beautiful. You can find them on our website. And of course, every great project needs the Elizabeth Craft Designs double-sided tape, which we now have online. I have the 6mm, the 10mm. I guess it's better to show you our sizes this way. The 15mm, and of course the 101mm millimeter. You can get yours online with our Elizabeth Craft Designs products. All right, from our Elizabeth Craft double-sided adhesive, I've gotten the 101 millimeter double-sided tape and my Cosmic Shimmer Aurora Flakes. This is the Icy Lagoon color. I'm going to show you what this looks like when you put it on the double-sided adhesive, because then you can use it on a project. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on there to start, and then use my finger to burnish it into the adhesive. And it's going to catch it real good. And because this double-sided adhesive is very, very tacky, which makes it excellent for scrapbooking, I now have somewhere to put my finger without it getting stuck. I'm just going to keep moving it around. And you'll see there's larger flakes. I can hold that up. There's larger flakes there. Those need to get burnished even more and spread out. And I did start with a large clump of the flakes, and as I just keep spreading it out, it does make its way to most parts of my adhesive. So I'm just going to keep spreading it with my finger, getting all those flakes to some of the adhesive. And that is amazing. Now you could take this piece, once you've filled up the whole picture, you could use this as a background, okay? Or you could take this piece through your die cutting machine, like your brother or your Cricut, and cut out something from this area. Or you can run it through your 𝐒𝐒𝐧𝐧𝐞 or your Gemini machine to make a beautiful die cut piece. All right, I think I got most of it covered. And now I've got this perfect piece that can be die cut, and I can peel off this other side to stick down my die cut piece, or use this as a background. All right, so you're gonna want your Elizabeth Craft double-sided adhesive in these Cosmic Shimmer Aurora Flakes. Next I have for you, I want to show the brand new April release from Picket Fence Studios. More amazing Picket Fence products. Here is a new stamp set. This one's called From My Heart. Here is more Hot Chicks. Here's another larger stamp set called Beautiful Girls Flower Wreath. Here is Dance Mode On. I think that's so quirky and cute. Here is Fancy Daily Sentiments. It has words like, I love your smile, kindness matters. Here's another stamp that says, cats are family. Very nice, with a coordinating die for those figures. Here's another stamp, inside quotes, birthday. It's your special day. This day could be worse, at least you're not 50, that's funny. And of course, the dies for those. Here is a really cool 6x6 stencil. This is called Center Flower Stencil. And I do spot the slimline version for this Center Flower Stencil. Here is another new one, Tree of Hearts 6x6. That one's cute. Another 6x6, Details of a Wing. Oh, very nice. And here is the slimline version for Details of a Wing. Here's another slimline new stencil, Floral. Slimline Floral. Very nice. Here are some really cool slimline word dies. These are perfect. I guess it's better to look at the print. Congratulations. But it's very large, will fit across your slimline card. Big Happy Hugs. Very nice font for that one. Happy Birthday. Lovely. Here's Hello. I'm loving the swirls on those. And of course, in addition to the slimline die cutting system, this still coordinates with the previous die cutting system, so you never have to make the same thing with the two different dies. And of course, new additions such as circles and hearts, and of course, these cute little words for your slimline die cutting, and this was Picket Fence Studio products. Additional items from Picket Fence include new gem and sequin mixes to add to my collection. Here is Sequin Mix Purple Rita. This is perfect for adding to your projects or to shaker cards. And here is Gem Mix Reflections. They go in this super cute display case for all the Picket Fence sequin mixes and gem mixes you can find on our website. From Graphic 45, I have the latest release. It is the Volume 4 Shadow Box and Nesting Wallet album with the Bird Watcher collection. This makes an amazing album and shadow box. Look at all these fantastic instructions. And there's your finished product. You can find this on our website along with so many more graphic collections. I have another monthly kit with the Bird Watcher collection. This time it has the 8x8, some cards, and other trinkets. This makes the Birds of a Feather gatefold card set. So there's a look at the finished product. Another amazing kit is from Darcy's Heart and Home. This is the April 2021 card kit. You make 6 amazing cards, and it includes the stamp and pins. If you just like the stamp and pins or want to make more, we also sell the stamp and pins separately in bundles. They're so cute.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining me, and thank you to the fabulous Expo team for putting on another awesome virtual event. It is so fun to participate in these events, and we're so glad to be here with you. So thank you for joining us. I am Bonnie Krebs from Art Impressions, and I am here to do a quick tutorial for you. I want to do a quick coloring tutorial, and I want to show you a new die set that we have. So this is called our window box. Shadow box, excuse me, it's called our shadow box die, and it works with our Windows to the World. So those of you who have are familiar with these are part of our Windows to the World line, and we've had this for a number of years, and it is so popular. We just keep adding to it, and now we've come up with this shadow box die. And here's what it does. It takes those little Windows to the World and puts them in a shadow box just like this. Folds flat when you close your card. Folds flat just like this, and then pops open, and you have a really cute little shadow box inside your card. So I'm going to show you how to put that together, and I'm going to show you how to do a quick tutorial on how to color those little Windows to the World. So I'll show you that. I'll show you those new sets that come with it. But first, let me tell you about our show special. It is 25% off our entire website. Now that doesn't count our discounted items. Those are already discounted. So it is everything else on our website. Here is the code, EXPOFUN 2021. So you want to enter that in when it's time to check out. Enter that code in, EXPOFUN 2021, and you will get 25% off your order. You will also get free shipping with a $75 order, and with every $30 order, you get one of our free little limited edition stamps. So lots and lots to show you. So let me get started on my tutorial. Okay, I've got my camera turned around, and now I can show you these sets. So here's that shadow box die set, and here's what you get into it. You get the front of the window here, the window pane, the decorative part of the window. You get the little windowsill, and then this template creates the shadow box on the back of the card. So I'm going to show you how to put this together at the end, and I'll show you how to assemble the card and how the dies work. So first of all, I want to show you how to color one of these and show you the new ones that are in this line. So Here are windows to the world. Here's a few of them that we have. We have quite a number of these on our website that are available. They're simple little scenes with a sentiment that kind of goes around. They are all kind of created in the same format, and so are the brand new ones. The only difference with these is that they have one extra little stamp that comes with the die. So for example, this one is called the boat window set, and it comes with this little boat because it creates a three-dimensional image. So what we're going to do is we're going to color this, and then we're going to put this little boat on the front and then assemble the card. So I will show you how to do that. Here's the next one. This is the bridge window set, and it comes with this extra little piece, this little bridge right here. This is the deer. And this one comes with a little extra one. So here's your windows to the world. This is very similar to the other ones, same size and everything. It's just that these now have another little image. Let me just show you that up close. So here's that deer set, and you can see that deer that just kind of pops out, and it creates this three-dimensional image. And when you look on the back, here is that little template that creates the shadow box. And it just makes a little three-dimensional image right here. Now here is one with one of the previous ones, and it doesn't have that extra little image, but you can see it still works and makes just the cutest little shadow box in here. Just so cute. So let's get going on that. I want to show you just one more. Here's the other one that comes in the new series. It's the mailbox window set, and it comes with a little mailbox in here. So 4 new windows to the world sets with the little extra piece and the die that goes in it, and then also the shadow box die. So these all are brand new, and I want to show you how to color it because sometimes coloring is the most intimidating part, and this to me is the easiest way to do it. So let me just adjust my camera here, make sure that you can see. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to just use markers. So I'm going to put some colors onto my palette, and these are just Tombow. These are water-based markers. So I have stamped my image in an alcohol-based ink. So just the reverse. If I were to stamp this in a water-based ink, I would have lots of bleeding with the black. So I've used black, and I have stamped it with a STAZON. So I'm just putting some color onto my palette, just some blues and browns and greens, and really you can do whatever colors that you would like on here. This is a palette that we have available on our website. This is just such a great way to mix color rather than going directly onto your paper. Now I've stamped this on watercolor paper, so this makes a big difference. You really don't want to use cardstock. Use watercolor paper because it can really hold the water, and you can get a lot of contrast just using one marker. So I've now dipped my brush in water, and I'm just going to pinch it off and just take a little of this color. So here is part of this cool green. I'm just going to kind of go into the background just like this and brush it on. So just brush a little of this color on. You can kind of see it back here behind the trees. Just start out really light, and then maybe I'll take some of this color, this warmer color, and I'll just put this kind of in the background. And you can see that this goes on really quickly. Now if I were to make another pass here and add a little more color, it's going to be darker. So the more passes that you make, the darker your color gets. And I'm still just using that single color marker, just the same one. And I'm just kind of mixing my greens up here. Now I can go on to the trees, and I can just take some of this color. Now when you're doing the trees like this, you want to think about the light at the top, and what we're trying to do is create something three-dimensional. So we want to leave those light spaces, just a little areas where the light would be catching. So just kind of avoid the urge to color everything in solid. And if the light is on the top, underneath is where it's going to be the darkest. So as you come in and make more passes, you want to concentrate that color to the bottom. It's not, it's not stressful. You don't have to worry about it. You just keep adding the color to the bottom where it's the darkest. And the more passes that you make, you see how much color we're getting in here, how much darker this is, just by adding more color. And I'm taking it from my palette with a brush, because trying to color onto your paper, direct to paper with a marker, is just going to create something that's too dark. Now see, if I were to try to color with this, you see how dark that would be? It would just kind of obliterate all my lines on here. So this is by far the easiest way, I think, to color. And you can do this so quickly. So I'm just going to add a little color now to this little old rustic, shed here. And then I'm going to take some of this dark blue and I'm going to really darken this in here. This would be really dark, kind of in the shadow. And then maybe just a little bit of green to that door. And then let's add some, let's just add some color now to the roof. And we want to leave some white spaces, again, where that light would be catching. Just want to leave those spaces. And you know, when you're using a palette, you can mix your colors. So you can add some, you know, greens and blues together and get a really nice mix of color. You honestly don't need a lot of pins because you can do that. So I'm just adding some color now to the rocks in the front with my brush. And I just used a little bit of black and I've mixed some brown in it. And I've left that white highlight on the top. So it's really, really important that you do that. Leave that white highlight. Now I can mix some of my greens together just to kind of change it up a little bit. And just brush some of this in. You know, again, leave some white spaces, leave some interest. Don't color everything in solid. And then let's get these trees in. And I'm just going to use a fine tip and just color this in direct to paper here, just because these are so small and these little branches are so narrow. I can do that. And then I'll just kind of come in here and, you know, just darken where it would be really, really dark. Maybe on these little shutters here too. Okay, so we've got our little country cottage done here. And maybe just some yellow in the windows. So I'm just going to use a fine tip and just make these windows really, really light. Okay, so let's do the water. Here again, you want to make sure that you are leaving some white spaces, and you can kind of follow these lines. Just follow these lines, just don't color everything in solid. You know, you're going to be creating some movement in the water when you do that. And just, you know, it doesn't matter if you go outside of the lines because we're just going to trim this all off. And let's just add some color now to the boat. And a little bit in here. You know, this has got a highlight because this boat is kind of rounded. So it's going to have a little highlight in the center. And then we just want to put a little shadow kind of underneath these ropes. Just like that. There's just not a lot to it. You can color these so quickly. Let's put a little sky in. Here's another thing, you know, leave a little white above your landscape because you can create a little cloud line there. So if you don't color all the way down, you've sort of created a little cloud line, and it just adds a little more interest. Okay, there we go. We have got this finished. See how quick and easy that was to color? Just so fast. So I have one now that is finished, and I have cut out my dies, and I'm going to show you how these work. So you get all of these in that set. And here's how they work. So the first thing to do is put your card together, and let me just zoom out here a little bit so that you can see. So the first thing to do is put your card together and cut out the opening with this die. This is the small one that comes. This cuts this out. This will also cut out your image that you've colored. So you can take the words off just like this with this die. This cuts everything off below the line. So it just cuts the square off. So now you have an image without the words. So you don't need the words when you're doing the shadow box. So we've got this opening here. Now the first thing we're going to do is just glue on the decorative part here. And this also comes in the set. So I'm just going to add a little glue here, and I can just use any glue. It really doesn't matter what you're using. So I'm going to now put this, just glue this to the window. Just like this. If you don't have it exactly centered, it's okay because it's going to be covered anyway. So it's no big deal if you don't have it exactly over the opening. So once you've got that done, now we're going to open it, and I've just cut out my my template for the shadow box. So here it is. This is what it looks like. This is what it cuts, and it scores the line, so it looks just like this. And you're going to score it in, and then you're going to score it out, fold it out. So it looks just like this. And then your little image is going to go inside, and you can see I have popped out the little boat. I've cut that out and popped this out and just placed it right at the bottom edge. Okay? It's really, really important that you place it right along the bottom edge. And for a full tutorial on this, I have a full tutorial on YouTube. So if you go to Art Impressions on YouTube, you'll see a how-to tutorial on these shadow boxes. So it's a very detailed tutorial if you want to go and check that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little glue to this side. So this little lip right here. And we're going to make sure that it is straight up and down. So this way. And we're going to add some glue here to this little lip. And I can just use my little glue stick here. And I'm going to fold it down just like this and leave a little space. And I'll hold this up so that you can see how much space you want to leave. Just probably about a 1/16 of an inch. Let me hold this up. See, you want to leave just that little tiny edge right there. And that's right side up on the card. So now I'm going to add some glue to the other tab, and I'm just going to let this kind of fold over. So it's going to come forward just like this, tuck under, and then I'm going to glue it down, and then it will just pop up just like this. So now on the front you can see how this worked, and this will fold flat. So when you close your card, this will fold flat, and it will just go into an envelope just perfectly. So now I've got my little windowsill, and I've got some pop dots on the back, and I can just place this on here. And also a little bonus, you get this little sentiment that goes onto the card just like this. So really, really fun and easy to do. Check out that tutorial on YouTube if you want to see a little more detail. I also have on Facebook. So those of you who watercolor the Art Impressions way on Facebook Live, archived on our Facebook page, there's a tutorial part 1 on how to do these little watercolor ones. So you can use your watercolors and make these little sets. Let me show you one more here. You can make these little sets using your watercolor stamps, and let me show you one more here on how to do that. Okay, well, maybe I'll just show you this one. So these are some from the design team. Let me just show you these samples. Really, really cute. And you can see that extra little element here that they've got. Just shows you how that pops up. So here's that little mailbox one. Look at this one, how cute this is. This is the little bridge. And again, folds flat. Here's the little deer set. Just super, super cute. And here's that one that I wanted to show you that I was looking for. This one right here. So this is using the watercolor the Art Impressions watercolor stamps. And if you want that tutorial, it is archived on Facebook, part 1. So check out our sale, 25% off our entire website, Expo Fun 2021. And I hope you will give these little shadow boxes a try and try this coloring tutorial. I think you'll really have fun doing it. Thanks so much for watching.
Hi crafters. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a project from beginning to end and step by step. We're going to use the forest collection to create this photo frame. And this can also be used as a scrapbook page and even a little portion of it as a card. So there's a little something here for everybody. I hope you like it, and let's just get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take 2 pieces of chipboard. The first one is going to be 11 inches by 11 inches, and then you're going to want to make marks at 1.5, 4.5, 6.5, and 9.5. And going down this side, the same thing, 1.5, 4.5, 6.5, and 9.5. And then you'll connect those, and these will be your 3 frames. The next piece of chipboard is for the backer, and that one's going to be 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. So once you have that finished, what you do is take your chipboard and your X-Acto knife, and then take a nice straight edge, line it up with your lines, and then just simply make your squares. And make sure you cut right to the corners so that they'll pop out easily. So just go around all your squares till you have them done. And we'll just finish these off to loosen them out. And it's all right if you overcut just a little bit, just to make sure you get those nice clean corners. And don't try to cut it all in one swipe. Just take short strokes until you get to the bottom. You can hear it click. And that corner's loose. And they should just pop out. If they don't, just go ahead in the corner again. There you go. And there's your 3. So now you have your frame ready to cover. So our next step is going to be to select the paper. A lot of times I do the romantic, but today I thought we would go with something from the forest collection. And this is just a single sheet that I chose, and it is SSBE 654. It's got a really nice wood texture background. So what I'm going to do now is take my craft glue and a large brush, and I'm just going to cover the surface. Now, once you have the edges folded up, you're going to want to clip the corners. And this doesn't have to be terribly precise, but you're just going to notch each corner. And this is the reason why we did it as an 11 by 11, because then your 12 by 12 sheet is going to give you a nice 1/2 inch margin all the way around. So next we'll glue the edges. And make sure you have a nice coverage of glue, but you don't have to add too much. This craft glue is really nice, and it doesn't have to be too thick. So just fold it up. There's your burnisher, and it is down and set. And when you get to the other side, just take your burnisher and make a nice crease. So when you fold it over, you'll have a nice clean edge. There, that's finished. Now, for the frames, and this is why you didn't cut these out ahead of time, what I want you to do is just take your X-Acto knife and go from corner to corner. It doesn't have to be a perfectly straight edge. Just make sure you start in the corner and end up in the opposite corner. Is that just a little bit? Make sure you get all the way through. Now, when you have that done, all you're going to do is fold back and press down and do each of the windows this way. Make sure you're up close against the edge of the frame. And when you have that done, then you just glue down your flaps. Okay, now once that's finished, your frame is ready to decorate. So you see how pretty and what nice neat edges you have. So your photos will already be framed. Now on that 10 3/4 piece that I had you cut of chipboard, just take a plain piece of cardstock that kind of coordinates with it. Do the same thing. Glue it down to the one side, fold over the edges and clip like I showed you. So now your frame is going to be ready to go. And you see what a nice back it will have. It'll be finished front and back. Now for the fun part. What I've done is I've gone through and I've pulled out some ideas for you. First one is from the die cuts. Now there are a lot of animals, and you'll see in here we've got leaves, deer, fox, squirrels, we even have some flowers. So, an eagle. So depending on what kind of theme you want, whether it's with the animals, you can even go with the birds or just the forest scene. The die cuts might be something you'd like to try. The other thing I've done is taken one of the molds. Now this one has the fox, the squirrel, a little hedgehog. It's got a bird, pine cones, a lot of different choices there. And I've used the ceramic powder and already made the fox, the squirrel, and the hedgehog, and just painted these with acrylic paint. I've done the acorns and the pine cones, one of the leaves, and even some of the berries. So just collect up, as I say, if you want to make the molds or go with the die cuts. You can also take some of the pages from the paper pad, and on this particular one I kind of like this piece down here at the bottom, and I think that would make a good base for the corner. So I might just cut that out with some of the leaves to get my arrangement started. There's also in the paper pad, there's different options here. Here's even some leaves that you could cut out and some more of the flowers. So let's get started. Now this is the part where you have some fun. Sometimes it just takes a little working around, a little auditioning, but go ahead and try different arrangements. And I'm just going to quickly cut out that piece from the cardstock that I liked, including the ferns. And you may do this several times, just till you get what you like. And also, too, if you're doing this for a particular person, you know, they may prefer the animals, or if it's just an outdoor scene, you know, something with camping, you can also just customize it to suit the theme that you're going for. So like I say, this is just a quick cut. And what I want to do is just anchor the bottom. Now the other thing to keep in mind too on this is your flow. And the reason I didn't do 4 frames is because then it would just be too heavy, because I would be concentrating my embellishments right in the center. So I didn't want to do that. But you can see just by anchoring this down just a little bit, we're going to start here and then work our way up. I'm not going to run it directly to the center. Now on this one, you might even want to take a portion of the tree. And what we can do is do it in 3-dimension. We'll build it up a little bit to see how that looks. Now I'm doing this right with you. I haven't done this one before, so this will give you a chance to see my thought process, you know, rather than saying, oh yeah, this is how to do it and that'll be the end of it. So there's a lot of play that goes on when you're creating something like this, and that's okay. Enjoy the process. See, now that's going to be too large. So I don't think that one's going to work. You could just cut that down a little bit. Just remake the tree. And then if we lay that over the top, see, we're creating a little bit of dimension. And let's see what else we can add. I think we might need an animal. Now, as much as I like that wolf, I don't know. Could put him back there and then just raise this up so he was standing in the woods. Make us come forward just a little bit. So he actually looks like he's coming right out of the forest. So I think I'm going to just play a little bit more and see how that looks. So here we are, and this is an option if you're going to use this as a scrapbook page. I didn't put the mold on there because that would be a little too tall. So what I did is I used the wolf die cut, but I kept the tree and I did a little more trimming on it. And I'm going to use this piece with the ferns, and I also did a little trimming. And what I did is I darkened the edges with a little bit of ink. I also found a sentiment that I liked. It says, "Silence speaks when words can't." Now on the back of these pieces, I just took some cardboard and I glued it down for the lift. So I've got that layer, and I've got it on the back of the trees. So that's ready to go into place. So all I have to do is position it. You can glue that down, glue this piece, and then on the wolf, I didn't put anything on the back, but then I'll just glue that right into place. Now for this one, I can also just set it there. And I put a little black around the edges just to set it off. And I think that one would be nice if it just sat right about there. Now in the corner, I took the eagle and I trimmed it down a little bit. I took off some of the white edge, and I think I'm just going to place him right up there, just a little over the frame. And I think that would be fine for a scrapbook page. Now, I'm going to leave the eagle, keep the sentiment. I'm going to take out this wolf, use the same pieces for the backdrop. But then I took the wolf, put cardboard on the back, and there's about 3 layers here so that when he stands, he'll be nice and even. And what I'm going to do on this one is I'm just going to set him right there. I'm going to tuck this back behind. And I think it needs to come down just a little bit more there. So you can see I'm keeping the composition more towards this end, so he's not like spread all over. And then to finish off, you can add a few more ferns. And if you have any kind of greenery, I happen to have a little bit of moss. And what I'm going to do is just set it around. This is just like a landscape moss or florist type thing. And then you can just tuck that around so that'll kind of seat him. And then just play with that a little bit. You can actually cover one of his feet so he's actually like standing in the ground. And even if you didn't like the green, just a little bit of brown. So fuss with that a little bit more. put them all together. And when you're happy with your composition, then we'll just glue it down. Okay, now to finish this off, I'm going to go around all the edges, and you can see I've already started with just an ink pad. And this is just a plain brown. I'm going to go around the photo frames and just add a little bit of shadow. And this gives it a nice bit of depth. Now, around the wolf, I'm going to take, and I'm going to put some shadows in there too, just so he's not just sticking out. You just want to rub it. And then behind the ferns too. You can see how that added some nice depth. So that makes the wolf stand out just a little bit more. You can see that a little bit better. Now the last thing is on your back panel. You can see here I put in some Velcro dots. Put it here and then on the back of the frame. So what you can do is instead of permanently attaching it, you can put your photos in here and then just lay it down on your Velcro. And then when you want to, you just pull it back up and you can change your photos. Well, that's going to finish up this project, but for you romantics, I didn't forget about you. I did another version, only on this one, I used the Passion collection. So you can see it's the same frame, same construction, but I've just used different papers. On this one, I used the ballerina. I used the flowers from one of the papers and just cut them out, shaped them in, a little bit of ribbon. I did a little bit of stenciling on this one for a little added dimension. But now you have the same project two ways. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's project. I know I really had a good time doing it for you. If you have any questions about the frame and how to make it, be sure and let me know. You can send me an email and I'll be glad to help you out. So everybody take care. Thanks again.
Welcome back, everybody, and boy oh boy, another great round of vendors and sponsors. Demonstrations were in awe, I'll tell you what.
I know.
And we started out with Chalk and Hearts Designs, and she did a technique that I haven't seen before. I'm not sure if you did, where she put the little daubs of the different colors of paint on there and then swirled and made that bright. You had made the comment, it does look like sunshine.
It looks like
was
sun. Yeah,
like
the sun.
Yeah,
like, it was awesome. It fit the summer theme perfectly.
Exactly. And that new summer transfer with all the summer things on it. The ice cream cone stuck out to me.
Yeah, I like how she said you could use the different, sentiments or the different objects on different projects too.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Really nice.
And she goes, I like this. It was called the hot mess technique.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's an easy one.
I could probably do that technique. I think I'm a hot mess.
Well, I was going to say the first time, I think it was a hot mess, trying to do everything.
Yeah.
But she did such a great job. And then she was talking about, she's going to be doing some patriotic things coming up with that star transference, everything. So they're always, it's good because they have a lot of themes that transfers, but then they always include different items on those themes that you can add to other projects. So
exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I love the different how you could join the club, and it's $20 a month, and you get a transfer, and you get some chalk paste, and then you could put it on any surface, and it really is very fun to get those packages in the mail for $20 for some home decor pieces. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and they have all those great, like the chalkboard where the different things that can sit up, like she said, vertical or horizontal.
Right.
So I mean that there you can reuse in different ways. You're just not stuck with using a transfer in one direction too.
Exactly.
So.
I love it, and I also love that all of our viewers, and like she was talking about, earned her a trip to Disney World.
I know, I can hardly wait. Is she gonna take me? Oh,
right.
No, that's
really,
awesome. How
really
exciting and nice.
Exactly.
And the vendors that do the videos, it's a lot of work to put those together, and they make it look so easy.
Exactly.
So.
Okay, so Chalk Couture is offering join Club Couture and receive a free size transfer and paste single from her. I should put my glasses on. What am I doing?
And she just got new glasses too.
I did. I got new glasses. I was like, I can't see. What am I trying to do here? Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get a surprise size A transfer if you join the Club Couture. So
very good.
Very good. Yeah, very fun.
So thank you, and we'd love to see some pictures from that trip. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
So, and enjoy. You've certainly earned it and deserve it. So, and then we went to the fine folks at Creative Creations and all the great Picket fence products.
I know.
They did the paper glaze and the enhancer. Wasn't that was amazing?
Yeah,
wasn't
to make it more matte.
Yeah, the matte finish, and so you can. There's a product that you can use in two different ways and get two different effects. But they had the Picket fence, the new stamps, the dies, a ton of. I loved the Elizabeth Craft stencils. Those were beautiful, and
how they have a place where you could put them on a ring and have them all together.
And it's easy, it's nice to have that because it's easy to store and easy to see and easy to grab and use. And that's, everything
and
at our hands.
Through it to see what you want to use.
Exactly. And they had a lot of the Elizabeth Craft I think some new items they're carrying with that farm set. We love that.
Die. If you know me, you know I love roosters and chickens. So that die, Dave. Oh,
I know
that barn.
Exactly.
Too cute.
Exactly. And the Cosmic Shimmer polish. And the Pixie Sparkles, the Shimmer Powder. I mean, all of those great products to add.
And the technique that they used to spray it and then putting the a stencil? Yeah.
She did the stencil
and then activated it with the embossing. It was just really cool.
And did the stamp were activated with the water. That was just so a lot of great.
I love these virtual events because you learn so many new techniques that don't just stay to what you do all the time. Go out of the box and
it's hard
play
to
with
do.
It. I know, exactly. I also loved the spray station. We all need that when you're spraying, and it gets everywhere. So I like that. That's like a must-have.
Yes.
And like you were saying, I just love the Picket fence April release. I love that More Hot Chicks stamp. It was so cute. And then also the Graphic 45 bundles that you could get, or the kits. So beautiful, so fun, so awesome. It's going to start heating up. It's going to be summer sitting by that pool or in that beautiful air conditioning when you're watching that movie in the summer and lazy days drinking lemonade and,
you go.
Get to working on some of these kits. That would be so fun, right?
Try those. A summer of new techniques is what you should do.
Oh, that's a great challenge. Yeah. So Creative Creations is offering 50% off. 15. Sorry, I know. 15% off everything online using coupon code May21. and that you will get free shipping if you spend $100 or more.
Good
so.
man.
Very good. 15% is amazing.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you, Creative Creations.
Yes, thank you, Caitlin and everybody there. Our next presenter was Art Impressions, and always have phenomenal products. And the shadow, using the shadow box dies with the windows to the world.
I know.
mean, it's just so, I don't know. It's just unique, a unique product, and her coloring also is always, second to none.
Isn't it?
She says, "I'll just do this and this and this," and she's just amazing. And
the Tombow markers, and then that palette, how she just mixes a little water and then makes it come to. Why is my phone on, Dave?
You're doing the specials, that's why we're on there.
Okay. But yeah, how she uses those colors, and it just makes it so realistic.
Yes.
And all the different windows of the world. I've been seeing that, but then now that they added this dye that makes it, the window pane or window seal. Oh my, the shadow box dye of the window. And how fun would that be to receive one of those cards?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And the scenes like the covered bridge, I saw that, and the boat reminded me of my dad, fishing and everything.
Yeah.
So, just the images are so great. I think that's what makes it. So love that. Love the window boxes.
Exactly. And I love all the different, out of the box different illustrations and things that they provide when you look on the website too. There's just so many beautiful things that is artsy, but then also it's very it'll open and it pops, and I really love that stuff. So there's just so many things. And Art Impressions is offering 25% off.
There you go.
Using the coupon code EXPOFUN 2021, and that will expire on tomorrow, the 2nd.
Okay.
So you want to get to shopping?
Yes, shop today.
That's
National
a great
Scrapbook Day.
Yes,
so you want to shop. So, and then Miniature Luxuries, another company that always wows us. And when and the paper, love this. The Stamperia paper and products is just phenomenal. And when she was doing the cutting out the windows, we were talking about it, and I was thinking, and I said, well, I wonder why she, instead of cutting and folding, wouldn't it be easier and quicker just to cut them off? And then thinking about it for a couple of seconds, Vicki and I were talking, and because if you would cut them, it would not give that finished look to the windows instead of folding. So, that very meticulous, as Vicki was, saying how that looks. So
exactly, because I think too, she probably, it could be a layout, but also maybe home decor.
Right.
So it would, look nice, and it's. I mean, Cindy, you are amazing. We sit here and watch your demos in awe. We're just like,
how does she do that?
And the molds,
yes.
Oh my God, the molds are right?
Yes.
They're just spectacular.
Yep. Vicki wants the color something hot pink.
I was like, okay, I want to take that. I'm going to paint it hot pink, and then Sean said, and then put cheetah print on it, and I'm like, yes, and then I would make it a necklace.
There you go. We know all the steps to Vickyville, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how my mind works. But I mean, that's what is so awesome about her demos. It just is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
So
and when she was going through it, she was kind of explaining, why she put something there, or she said this really looks better here down this corner, that the area that she left blank. So very thought out and just well done.
Exactly. So you're gonna. One thing I really did love was the Stamperia craft glue. It seemed very, very nice to work with on a big project like that with the big brush.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. So thank you once again, Miniature Luxuries and Papers. And their show special is 10% off all regular price Stamperia, Prima, Lavinia stamps, 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐥, and Picture This stamps. Coupon code is SAVE10, and that will be good through May 5th.
Great, great. So thank you, Miniature Luxuries. Yes. And we want to thank all of our vendors and our demonstrators today. You know, had a great day, and we know that, gosh, what a great day, like we were mentioning before, to do some great shopping.
Yes.
So, and I just want to remind people before we go of some things we have coming up. Don't forget, this Tuesday we have the All About Scrapbooking, the event that's going to be all about scrapbooking. And on that day, May the 4th be with you. There you go.
How do you do it? I can't do it. Oh, I'm not going to try. I can't.
And then Saturday, and Vicki, if you want to tell them a little bit more about this one, Saturday we are having one of our spotlight events from Heartfelt Creations.
This is actually for Duluth.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So what we'll do is where you can find out all of the information on the event, on these events, if you go to the craftathomeevents.com, and we have our calendar, and you click on each event, and it'll give you all the details for that one.
It's going to be one that you're not going to want to miss.
Oh yes, especially with Heartfelt Creations,
exactly.
For sure. And then next Tuesday, May the 11th, is the Button Farm Club, and that's another spotlight event. So you got a couple Tuesday events coming up. And then, but before that, next Sunday is Mother's Day. Yay! For sure. So we want to you want to make sure that you honor that mother or special lady or ladies in your life for sure. And then on Saturday, May the 15th, is another one of our shop and plays.
Fun.
Yes, I got a couple stories to tell you from back home.
Oh,
so you
sweet.
don't want to miss
Can't
that.
wait.
And you know what? Also, there's going to be another special prize that goes with our prize winners like last time. So, so if you tuned in, you want to tune in and find out all about that if you hadn't already done so. And then May the 30th will be our next Mega Make and Take, and it is full of slimline projects. And those projects are from Riley & Company, Stamp On It, Blank Page Muse, Be Creative, and Stamp Anything. So make sure that you watch for those Mega Takes going on sale. Also, one last thing, if you do want to find out all about all of our events coming up, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you can also go to our craftathomeevents.com and sign up for our newsletter, because every week you're going to get new information on all the events of the week, so you'll be up to snuff. So, all right.
Exactly.
And also, once again, if you turned in late, we are coming to Duluth, Georgia in July. Can't wait, 16th and 17th. All the details are coming soon. We just want to make sure that you mark your calendars now. Plan your trip, even if you don't live in the area. Planes go both ways, so hope to see you there. So we're excited about that, and you will be getting more information as we get our planning done. So, all right. Well, Vickyville, thank you for spending your National Scrapbook Saturday morning with me.
I'm going home to scrapbook.
Yes, and all these great guests. We appreciate you joining us, and we hope that you join us for our next at-home event here at Stampin' Scrapbook Expo.
We
Goodbye,
love
everybody.
You. Bye.
Bye.